It took me a long time contemplating making this video because I don't know, just what I'm going to say today is going to seem it might seem really, really pessimistic and just like a very misunderstandable negative outlook on life. And I've kind of expressed myself in this way, some forms of an or another, but I don't know, every time I do it, I just get a lot of judgment or just kind of like just people who just don't understand because they don't want to or they don't really care and they just want to judge you and say, you're insecure or you have problems or you judge everyone too much. But I don't know, this is just my honest view on life, and I'm kind of here to talk about it because I think it's if I'm thinking about it and I'm a human being, chances are there's another human being on the other side of the planet or somewhere else around me that's probably thinking about the same thing too, that feels the same way. And that feels very, very just like annoyed because of it. And it's that nobody really gives a shit about you. Like a lot of us, some of us will say it and some of us will think it, but realizing a thing is way different than just saying it or reading it on social media from some self-improvement guru. Like you have to feel that somebody doesn't care about you. You have to feel that somebody loves you. So when I was a little kid, right, I went to preschool and I have very, very vivid memories. I always remember I didn't have any problems, any like thoughts. It was just play, sometimes get emotional because I was a little kid, and then play more. And that was around preschool. And middle school, high school, you get older, you grow up, the world kind of coddles you up. Some people go through it rough and actually experience it terribly. I can't deny that. But for me, at least, I would say my life and the world has just coddled me up a lot up until I turned 18. And even now, it's still pretty coddled up because I'm not experiencing any hard life by any means. I have a roof over my head. I have everything I could ever ask for. I have a healthy lifestyle. But there's just somewhere along the line where I went from being a kid to just this person who just feels very, very gloomy about constantly having to talk to people and just put on a mask and act like you act like you're all just brothers who care about each other when a lot of the time 99% of people couldn't give less of a shit about you. I can't explain it. It's just that the only people that will ever care about me are my family, like very, very close parents, siblings, pets, whatnot, right? That's how the world is. What I learned as a 19-year-old boy in first year of college is that nobody really gives a shit about you besides your family, your pet, your brother, and maybe, just maybe, one friend out of your family. But besides that, not a single person. I mean, not one mentor of yours, not one boss, not one professor, not one best friend at the gym, not one anyone is going to care about you and is going to be like, hey, you know what? I want to lift this guy up. And I'm happy with that. I'm not somebody who feels down about it. Maybe I did at one point because it was that realization pop moment in my mind that we all experience. But it still sucks. It sucks when you have to go out in public and you have to put on this mask and talk to so many different groups of people and like smile all the time and just talk about very surface level things, ask people how they're doing when you won't even remember. Like you don't remember 99% of the people's names. I remember so many people, but a day after talking to them, they'll act like they don't even know me. It's just so passive aggressive, so shitty. And it's like, why even bother, man? I mean, why bother going outside and having to talk to people besides actually doing it simply because you have to network to get ahead? Like, a part of me just kind of realizes that if it weren't for necessity, I wouldn't even freaking do it. Like, that just kind of came to that realization. If I didn't have to network with people and interact with people and communicate, I genuinely don't think I would give a shit. Like, besides my family, of course. My family, I'll always be there for them. They'll always be there for me. But like, what I've experienced is that friends come and go, and a lot of these people that I thought were my friends aren't even my friends. They don't really give a crap about you. It's just kind of like you're another person to them. But at the same time, when I say nobody gives a crap about you, I'm also like that too, you know? Like that's how we all are. You can be the biggest, you can be the Pope, you can be, sorry to say this, but you can be uh, literally Jesus Christ, and like a part of you just doesn't care because like it's literally our psychology. It's not something I can just argue. It's our psychology. It proves it. Like you can be a good guy, you can save someone's life, but at the end of the day, like what? There's always got to be something in it for you, man. Like even if you counter argue what I'm saying and say no, there's so many good people that do good things for you, but what I learned is that everything comes with a price, man. Like somebody will do something that's for free, and then right after it's like no, there's some sort of emotional entanglement you get into, some sort of now you got to pay me back, you got to do this for me, you owe me big time, you know? Like it's just very like I don't think there's ever going to be a time in the world where someone's just going to do something for you and it's going to be like, you know what, I did it just for you, 100%, 100% clear of any self-serving ego, of any need to want to please you, of any need to feel better of myself. Like it's always somewhat in it for you. Like everything is like, you want to go to a gym, it's not for free. No one's just going to give you a free membership and say, hey, go here, lift weights, improve your life. I'm going to be like a good person and I'm just going to let you do it. Even nonprofits, a lot of people, why the hell do you think people make videos where they're giving stuff away to poor people? It's just like to self promote themselves. I'm a good person. And I watch it on the internet. I'm like, dude, if you're going to be a good person, you don't have to record yourself doing it. Just do it. And even then, I can't even bring it upon myself to trust you because at the end of the day, the only people's opinions I care about are my family, a higher power if it's God, and besides that, I really don't give a shit what people think because no one really cares, bro. This isn't even a motivational video. It's just like a realization moment, man. Like, there's very few of us. I mean, maybe it's not, maybe there's a lot of us who just don't want to express it. But for me, at least, I get to a point where, like, yeah, I'll talk to people and I don't mind it, but like, I don't really care anymore. Like, when I was in high school, I used to try so hard to like fit in, to be normal, to be like cool, to wear a hoodie. But now it's like if I'm at a gathering or if I'm out at a place with some guys and they're like, "Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. Let's go check this out." Let's A part of me is just like, "You know what? I don't want to do this." And I'll just say, "You know what, guys? I'm going to go. Bye." Because I don't care anymore. Because it's so fake. The world's just so fake. It's like half of the time people ask you how you're doing, but they don't care how you're doing. Half of the time somebody will give you something and say that it's out of the goodness of their heart, but a lot of the time it's just to promote themselves. Half of the time somebody will post some self-help motivation advice, but half of it's just to promote themselves and make themselves look badass on the internet. Like I've done it, like everyone does it. And then there's just this is just part of me that's kind of like, if at the end of the day the whole world consists of billions of people on the planet that sure would risk their lives for each other, would be there for each other. Like if we live in a world where to some degree a person's first priority is themselves, besides maybe their family, what's the point of like all of it? Like of trying to build a business, trying to build a legacy, trying to be cool, trying to post 3,000 cars on the internet, trying to build a ripped gym body, if you're just gonna like poof die and the world forgets you. Like I remember like a year ago, I made a video talking about, quote, how I would rather die young a hero than old a coward. Basically that I would, you get the point, just taking risks, being a badass but dying young rather than just being somebody who doesn't take the initiative and dying old. But now it's like a part of me just sees it a lot differently. It's like I talked to somebody once and I was asking him like, don't you care about like being famous and like getting a legacy? And he's like, No, that shit can burn in flames. Because, like, you'll be known for, like, what, a day? And then before you know it, someone replaces you. Everyone gets replaced. The kings of today are presidents and popes. The knights of today are soldiers of each country. Like, everyone's just forgotten. No one's really, like, remembered the way they want to be. So many. Think about how many people have existed in the history of humankind, and how many people will never know. Like our earliest ape ancestors. They're roaming around. I don't know what they were doing. I have to learn more about history. Probably flying around in trees. And they're our ancestors, right? They're the reason we're here. We're living, we're breathing. But we don't care. I mean, we don't remember them. We don't know what they did to get to this point. We don't know everything. We don't know who got beaten to death by a mammoth, an ancestor of ours. We don't know that. So it's like, if we don't know that and we take for granted so many of the things that's happened in our bloodline, in our ancestry, why should we care? Like, why should I care to do a simple task to make $15 an hour? Why should I care to invest and make a fortune? Why should I care to build a business and to become famous for? Like, why? Like, I still do actions. I grind every single day. That's my routine personally, is grinding every day. And I'll never stop. I'll do it for my whole life. I'll grind with meaning and purpose, as I am today, and even more than ever. But a part of me just feels so empty doing it. Like, why am I doing it? Like, a part of me loves it and feels passionate and feels like this conqueror of my own challenges that I want to overcome. But then another part of me is just like, I mean, everything's just gonna go, man. Like, this whole building that I'm in might be like reshaped into a library or something, you know? Like, everything's just gonna be different. And, like, people don't remember. Like, I don't know. Like, I was reading a memoir of this guy who died 200 years ago. He's a famous seducer named Giacomo Casanova. I've been getting really fascinated by this guy. And, I've been reading about him. I've been reading a lot about him and in his memoirs. But I think, how many people today really just take the time out of their day to read some of his memoirs from 200 years ago? I mean, sure, there are exceptions. Marcus Aurelius, Niccolo Machiavelli, Giacomo Casanova. But, like besides a very, very select few, which people don't really think about because they necessarily are 100% fascinated by these people, but a part of it simply because it interests them, and because they feel interested, they feel compelled to look at them. And in a sense, that feels almost selfish to me. It's like everything that I do just feels wrong and selfish. Like, I wish I wasn't selfish. I wish I didn't think of myself first. I wish I did. Like, I mean, I wish I would still keep up with what I'm doing, but I wish a part of me could think about another person first, like psychologically. And I think I'm kind of making this today's podcast not to appear to be some like gloomy pessimist, because I personally think that I'm a realist. I'm telling you what's on my mind. I'm not a bullshitter. If I'm telling you exactly what I'm thinking, exactly what I believe, exactly what I see, because these aren't just thoughts that formulate in my mind. This is reality. You can comment all you want and tell me that what I'm saying is wrong, but a part of me will always know that it's reality. I might agree with you on some things, but I know this is the world for what it is. I mean, think about it. It's people get replaced, people find what's in their best interest, and this whole world is just constantly finding ways to appease people, to charm people. It just feels like this false game, this competition that nobody wants to talk about, that's real. But it's like, you have to play the game, and you have to act, you have to say the right things. You can't just be yourself, because the moment you be yourself, you say the wrong thing, someone gets insulted, all shit goes crazy, you know? Like, it just feels like that for me, man. And I don't like it. I don't like waking up doing my routine, and then just looking at my phone later in the day, and it's just the same like BS, you know? It's just like superficial, like somebody screaming at you to get up and do some push-ups and take an ice cold bath, or somebody at some talking to some guys and they're just talking about, like, I don't know, the latest movie, the latest football game, the latest whatever. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not here to judge and moralize and say y'all are your guys' way is wrong and mine is right, because I'm not saying what anything I'm doing is the right way of doing things either. My way is just a way of living, your way is a way of living. I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying I can't understand it. I used to be obsessed with playdates when I was a little kid, getting to have a friend come over, see a family member, somebody I haven't seen in a long time. It was just the most exciting thing in the world for me, believing that Santa Claus was real, and that I was going to wake up and go down and see him maybe and see some presents, that the April Fool's Easter bunny was real, that the leprechaun was real. It was fascinating for me, man. I was such a dreamer. But somewhere along the lines, you stop being a dreamer and you start becoming a realist. But sometimes when you become too much of a realist like me, you start to feel a lack of meaning. You start to feel a big sense of emptiness. I think my overall lesson today isn't even a lesson. It's just a realization that I can't I can't tell you for you to know it. You have to experience it. You have to feel it. And it can happen when you're 80 years old, it can happen when you're 10 years old, or it can happen when you're 19 years old like I am right now. But at some point it's going to happen to you in your life. You're going to experience it, you're going to feel it, and it might feel hollow, but a part of it's very relieving because you realize that after all that time that you spent feeling like you had to impress people, like everyone was watching you through a lens, like you were the center of the universe, you're the main character, that now you're just another person. You're just another animal that lives in this world that eats, has sex sometimes, and sleeps. Like that it is what it is. It is what it is. And you can deny it, but I mean, it's the truth. And it's kind of relieving because I realize that when I'm reading a book or I'm doing my training or I'm doing things that feel right for me, that make me money, that make me grow my networking base, I don't have to do it because I want to be accepted. I do it because I know it's right for me. I know there's certain people that like me in this world, and I can sense when certain people hate my guts. And you know what? Screw you if you like me or don't. That doesn't matter to me, you know? It's who I am. You just Some people get pissed off at you, some people don't. Certain people act like they want to help you because it's their job and they might get paid to do it, but you'll always feel like the sense that they're not really helping you as much as they could be. Like they're always kind of leaving things halfway for you to figure it out on your own because they don't really want to help you, because they're like, a part of them feels too lazy to, a part of them feels a lack of need, drive, necessity to do it. And a part of me understands that. I feel it. I sense it when I go to customer service places and certain people, they see you and they see a heavy load of stuff in your cart and they just seem so pissed off at you, like it's personal. Or you're driving on the road and somebody just constantly honks at you and they're getting angry. Like, people are just like that. Because at the end of the day, people will emotionally express themselves and a second later say, I don't know what got into me. This is, oh no. But it's like, that's who they are, man. Like, everyone feels a degree of resentment or pleasure being in the presence of other people, and you just can't deny that. And I think the sooner you can accept that 99.99% of the interactions you have are just fake and bullshit, and that often people don't mean the opposite of what they say, the faster you can actually live a peaceful life, because you realize that, yeah, there's a lot of douchebags in this world. And you might be one too. I might be one. I don't know. But you start to love life with a passion you never had because you don't care anymore. And that's my moral today. My lesson is Just learn that one day you're gonna feel this, and when you feel it, it doesn't mean you did something wrong. It just means that you're growing up and you're going through another phase of life. And I just happen to go through this phase, and I've yet to experience what happens afterwards, where the resolution is, if there is one. But until then, I appreciate y'all for listening to today's podcast, to today's episode of the arshansamimian show. I have a busy day ahead of me, so I cannot yap for much longer, but until then, y'all have a great day, and as always, sub, follow, share this with your buddies, and of course, stay blessed.